The Greyhound pups that I have got are in different size yards. We start off, when they're weaned, they go into a small yard where you saw the 10 pups there before, and that's probably about, I'm guessing here, it'd be 6 metres by probably about 15 metres. And at 3 months of age, we'll step those pups out to the 35-metre runs. And at 3 months of age, we start running them in the paddock and in the long 100-metre runs. We don't overdo it as young pups because they are growing pups, but we let them free gallop, and that's where I go out and teach them to lead and that sort of thing. And they would go out 3 times a week from 3 months on. And then as they get a bit older, they'll use those runs harder and harder. And just till we can, till they're 12 months old, they'll be doing that at least 3 times a week.
And the theory behind that is they need that exercise to learn to gallop?
Yes, I do. I think, well, bone structure, muscle structure, and also to gallop too. And I think that where we saw the pups over there, my pups, they're not mud fat because they do a lot of galloping. So they're probably not far off a racing conditioned dog in stature. They're not as fit as a racing dog, but I believe, and it's only me, that they need a lot of galloping, and feed them well, gallop them well, and hopefully they'll look after me.
Barry, the other method of exercise you give your greyhounds is walking them on the walking machine. What age does that start, and what's the theory behind it?
They always start about 12 months when I bring them into the kennels, and I put them straight onto the walking machine. I want them used to everything, different noises, motion, and I find that if I put them on the walking machine, it definitely builds their muscles up a lot better. I can run them as much as I like here, but it's a variety they need. They'll get bored doing one thing or the other. So I believe that, and it's only my theory again, I believe that I like to walk the dogs for a month or 5 weeks on the machine and gallop them in the runs for that 5 weeks before I send them away, so they've got some muscle tone and condition, and they won't break down when they're getting broke in.
They seem to enjoy it?
Yes, they love it. As you saw, they're wagging the tail and they love being on the machine, yes.
So how long do you put them on for, and how many times a week?
Yeah, they go on every night, and they're on for 20 minutes. When I start them off on it, they're only on for 2 or 3 minutes the first day, then 5 minutes, and then we build that up to 20 minutes. And then once they're walking that I'm comfortable with, they're on there for 20 minutes while I'm doing their feeds, cleaning the kennels out and so forth. And then mornings they're running in the runs, 100-metre runs.
Barry, at what age do your pups start going through the kenneling process?
Yes, we showed you some pups out there out of Mapungamia, Andrew. They are 10 months old now. And within the next week I will bring them in. They'll have a week in the kennels just to get used to the environment of the kennels and being fed at night time with the other dogs. And then once they're comfortable with that, they'll go back out into the yard, and then at 12 months of age they'll come in and they'll stay in the kennels then.
Barry, why is it important to be kenneling pups?
I believe that the dogs have got to be comfortable in their environment. So if you leave the dogs in a yard and then send them straight to a breaker's kennel, they've got to be kennelled there, and everything's so strange to them. Whereas if I get them in at 10 months, get them used to it, turn them out for a couple of months, then bring them in at 12 months, those dogs know the kennels, and then when they go to the breakers another 5 or 6 weeks after that, they feel as if they're at home. They don't care about the kennels, but taking them straight out of the yard and plonking them in there, it's always strange to them for a day or two.